Positions. Happy Moon Day. Hope everybody enjoyed their Monday, all right? Deron LW. Emmy Kese, I see you. May Remy and me. Chanel Goddess Vibes, all right? Jasmine Stanley. Over My Name. Mindful Lomi. How's everybody feeling today? It's getting colder, huh? It's getting colder. And I ain't just talking about the weather. It's that spiritual temperament in the air is getting colder now that we getting closer to that Capricorn influence. You feel me? We picking up on that cusp energy right now, though. So, winter solstice is right around the corner. It's pretty much here, guys. Crown Mesh, Belle Papillon, Dior 999. What's good, family? Libra Sun, Cancer Moon. Oh, you got them ASAP Rocky energies. Libra Sun, Cancer Moon. Who else is Libra? Somebody else is Libra Sun. Who else is Libra Sun, Cancer Moon? Somebody else is Libra Sun, Cancer Moon. I know ASAP Rocky got that alignment. So that's why I all up into fashion, music, channeling vibes. The Cancer part dealing with the music, the vibes. And you throw Libra in there, it's the aesthetics and the creativity. So now you got communicating your art, your fat. He always communicating through his music about his fashion, you feel me, about his aura. Like, that really be ASAP Rocky vibe right there in his music. And air signs always talk about all the girls they could get. air sign rapper women too. Air sign rapper women be talking about how they pull niggas. Listen to them. Cardi B, Libra, Megan Thee Stallion, Aquarius. Hold up. Let's check them women rappers. Well, I know more off the top of my head. I know Doja Cat. I don't really know what Doja Cat be talking about her music, so let me not front. 610 Aquarius in the building. Gang in the building, man. Gang in the house. All right, so listen, y'all. Capricorn season here. Winter solstice is here. Okay, so it's a whole new shift of energy. I was just, thinking today, like, damn. I stepped outside the crib. I'm like, this is real nip outside. You feel me? New York weather be a little bipolar. And all that, but then it'd be a certain moment within that December, early January time where it's like, all right, we officially coat season now. Like, you got to bring your bubble out now. You got to bring your coat out. Like, it ain't no games outside, you feel me? So, but I'm thinking about that shit. I'm just like, damn, zodiac signs really reflect the temperament of the season. And so you could just look at all the cardinal signs. All the cardinal signs start every season, right? So you got Aries that start the spring. You got Aries that start the spring. Cancer start the summer solstice. You got Libra that starts the fall. Then you got Capricorn that starts the winter. So look, we got Capricorn, right? Capricorn ruled by Saturn. And what type of temperament does Saturn have? It's cold, all right? It's cold. It's detached. It's emotionless, all right? It's not really dealing with vibrations. It's more so dealing with, practicality, things being concrete, reality, stability. Now, look at the temperament of a Capricorn. That's their temperament. They cold. Sometimes they don't want to be involved. When it's cold outside, you don't want to go outside. You in the crib. You feel me? This is why when we get into the winter solstice, by default, this is why you start to develop a lot of your goals or a lot of things you want to develop, build, work on before the new year. That's just Saturn influence. You feel me? We got Cheryl's in the building, y'all. We got Cheryl's in the building. Act like you know. All right? So it's like, this is why when we go into the winter time, once we stop going outside like that, you feel me? We be in our like, yo, I gotta hit the gym so I can pop out for the spring. Yo, I gotta work on this, yo. I gotta work on my side business so when the spring start. Like, this is subconscious though. This is real subconscious. We all do this shit. Whether you're doing it to a little or bigger degree, it's all subconscious. It don't matter what your zodiac alignment is. Every time we step into the midst of the fall season and we get into winter time, you start thinking about all the things you want to stabilize, all the things you want to build up, all the things you want to make concrete. Whether it's your relationships, and that starts, we're going to get to Libra. Relationships, career, overall security in your life. By default, Capricorn season, you're going to be in that energy. By default, winter solstice is going to push you into an influence to have to get more secure, more stable. So that's why you could be having all the fun you could be having all the fun in the world with somebody in the spring when everything is new, when everything is in creation, when everything is blooming, when new leaves, new flowers, all of that. You can get into a new situation, be dealing with somebody in the spring and the summer, but by the time you get into the winter, by the time you get in the midst of the fall season, one of the parties, if not both, is going to start resonating on more stable thoughts about the relationship. They're going to start resonating on more of the reality of the relationship just by default. Because it's like, okay, subconsciously your spirit is picking up on the phase of the solar system. It's like, okay, it's winter solstice time. We got to secure crops. We got to make sure we have enough resources for in case anything happens in the external. We got to make sure everything we're connected to is stable, that we feel secure. So yeah, like ain't nobody trying to continuously spend no nights with nobody, keep sharing meals with somebody, keep building in the name of Saturn and Capricorn and the winter solstice if I don't even know what's the reality of this relationship. Now that is every winter solstice. That's every Capricorn season. But now we got multiple planets in Capricorn, including Venus retrograde. So that's what intensifies it with relationships and with love this time around. But that's just to say, look at the temperament of once again, the actual winter, the weather, how cold it is, dry it is outside, how you might not want to participate in certain shit because of we be having friends about to throw the craziest parties of all time. But listen, if the weather is a little bit under 20 degrees, I don't know if I'm going to make it. I know the space you rented out is dope. I'm on the VIP list. I don't got to pay to get in. You know, it's some honeys in there. I have my eye on that I know is going there. But it's too cold, bro. It's too cold. Like, I'm sorry. It's too cold. It's too cold. I don't want to risk dying on my way there or on my way back. All right? So, wintertime, you don't even want to participate in certain things. Look at the Capricorn. Some of y'all got Capricorn friends, parents, siblings, children that you know when you about to ask them, especially if you got outside like energy. When I say outside, like you active, you extroverted, you don't like to sit in the house that long. You got a lot of Leo energies in you. You got a lot of Gemini energies in you. You got a lot of Sag energies in you. You got a lot of 5th house energies. You got ninth house energies. You got 7th house energies. Your 3rd house, your social air houses, 3rd, 7th, 11th, them houses is real active. Let's say you the type you don't like staying in the crib or whatnot. You feel me? If you got Capricorn siblings, friends, or whatnot, they be the last ones you go to ask you to do some shit. They be's the last ones. They the last ones. You know they gonna have an excuse to something they gotta work on. They ain't got the time. They got a responsibility to cater to. Earth signs, you are so 80s, boy. It's a few honeys. Nah, cause I just be trying to watch how I talk nowadays, you know. I just try to be more conscious of my speech. But but that is old school. Like, hey, come on, pimp, hey, we about to go to that joint around the corner. There's a little few honeys in there. There's a little few whippersnappers in there. All right. Matter of fact, you right. That's mad country honeys. It's like a nigga that say honeys probably say heifer too. Damn heifer. You probably say that too. That should go together. Honeys and heifer. But that Capricorn energy, man. look, I'm a Capricorn moon rising, so it's like my son get me into mad situations to be outside that make me uncomfortable, that I really don't be wanting to do. Like, just because my son deals with knowing people, interaction, communication, it look like I'm up for relating to everybody, which I am. I do like, interacting with people, you feel me, is like-minded, or just is life, you feel me. You can't be in the crib or in the cave all day, every day. You got to experience, no matter how introverted you are, no matter how much relationship you practice with your solitude. Once again, there's a balance to everything. But yeah, for somebody that got a lot of Capricorn energy, I understand this shit. Like when I see Capricorn sons being mad non-responsive, when I see everybody in the room happy about an event we going to, and the Capricorn look like the Capricorn dressed, makeup done, fit, put together, but they ain't really excited. They're the only one not excited. Like you they start, Capricorn really don't want to go. Capricorn sun, moon, rising really don't want to go because they going to start talking about the shit that they got to do the next day. Everybody in the crib pre-gaming, drinking, smoking. Y'all about to go to the club, whatever. Capricorn start talking about like, shit, what time y'all niggas trying to leave? Because shit, I got to be at work. And they got to be at work. I took the Saturday shift. Y'all niggas know I be off on the weekends, but yeah, they offered that. My homie couldn't work that Saturday shift. I said, they knew I picked that shit up. They knew I was going to pick up that extra change. So that's how you know the Capricorn don't be with it. Them niggas start throwing their responsibilities in the air. And then that shit start weighing heavy on everybody. It's like, damn, Cap, that shit. That energy too heavy, bro. You making me feel like I got responsibilities. Nigga, I'm trying to get high. I'm trying to get drunk. I'm trying to have a one-night stand tonight. You talk about all this other shit that you got to work on. Nigga, it's Friday. Haven't you been working on that shit since Monday? That's your Gemini Leo friend. It's your Libra friend talking that bullshit, right? It's your aggressive Cancer friend trying to force you to the motherfucker. And Cancer friends will force you to go to the party. Cancer friends will force you. Can't even. There's certain signs it's hard to say no to. There's certain signs it's hard to say no to about certain things. When the Cancer really wants something out of you, it's hard to say no to Cancers. It's hard to say no to them. Leos be having their way of getting their way. Leos. It's hard to say no to Leos. You can say no to a Libra, but Libras know how to get back on your good side. Libras know how to get back on people's good side. Libra do you wrong. Do some bullshit, but get back on your good side, though. They be playing it. They playing that shit cool. Libra get back on your good side because they quick to admit, like, you know what? Libras be lying, but when they get caught, you know when you lie, and you caught, but you're not all the way caught, you like, all right, hold on, they on to something, but I don't think they got everything. I don't think they got all the evidence. All right, I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say this. If they don't, this some air sign shit. I'm gonna say this, and if they reply this way, then I know they don't know that shit. All right. But if I say this and she reply this way, then I know I'm dead. I just got to give it up. I got to start being modest now. I can't reach too far. You feel me? Air sign, Libra, throw a little something out, boom, boom, boom. Realize the person don't know everything about the situation. You feel me? They start playing it cool. So yeah, motherfuckers be smart. Motherfuckers be too smart. So yeah, Libras, you might be able to say no to them, but they get back on your good side. Pisces, they hard to say no to. God damn it, Pisces. Pisces, when you got a Pisces begging you or pleading you for some shit, you can't say no to them neither. The water signs' eyes be getting all extra glossy and shit. Be getting all extra watery and shit. Y'all know that meme? You know the meme with the watery eye meme? That's every time I see that, not the meme, I said meme, the emoji. That watery eye emoji, that's a water sign. It's a water sign. Easy. All day. I know them emoji zodiac signs. The angry one, the red angry one is Aries. Extra cold one, the blue one is Capricorn. Feel me? But so yeah, back to the original John. So Capricorn, you feel me? Capricorn season, the temperament of the motherfucking weather matches the temperament of the archetype. So that's we going through the cardinal signs. So you got Capricorn. Then you move on to the next season, Aries. You feel me? I should have started at Aries, but we going into Capricorn season, so boom. Then you got Aries. Now Aries starts the year. Aries really starts the year. You feel me? So when we look at the spring season, the sun is exalted. It's in its most, you could say in its most powerful state, in a way you could say that. Or at least when he's there, he feel invincible, feel like he's the shit. The sun always feel like he's the shit, but when it's in Aries, it really ain't no, you can't say shit. You can't say shit. But look, Aries season, it's a sense of newness. It's a sense of excitement. You could be the most introverted person in the world. You can't help but feel the excitement and the newness and the intensity. Aries season could feel intense. You could be in your house every day. Whether it's going to be social media, your parents, your friends, in some type of shape or form, they're going to be bringing outside energy inside. You're going to feel that things is blooming and blossoming and new things is sparking in the air. Look at the energy of an Aries. Look at the temperament of an Aries. They always on some new shit. They always trying to create or lead. You know, they always trying to usher some shit into existence. You know, positive or negative. But they don't really be staying still. You know, they usually on to the next thing or trying to give life or spark something else. You feel me? So you can see how that temperament matches there. And then even the weather in Aries season, you feel me? It's hot. It's hot. But it's the start of the spring season. So the spring season be hot, but it be nice though. It be hot, but it be nice. It don't be, when we get to Cancer, that's a different season. So spring season be hot. So it's like the reminder, the first sign, the head, the leader, it's like the reminder, like, now we about to get hot. We about to spark shit now. All right? We about to jump into this temperament. Boom, you got Aries. Boom. And even with me saying it like that, with Aries, with spring season initiating that warmer weather, it's more so universe letting you know it's intentional on heating up. So even if you're around the Aries, if you look at their character, I've said this this is real. You can pick this up on people with heavy Mars influences. Scorpios, you could pick this up on people that have Mars in Aries or Scorpio. Pluto and Scorpio generation to a degree. But Aries, Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rises, but especially Aries Suns, they always look motherfucking intentional. Like, they always look like they about to do something. Like, you could just be chilling in a room. Like, it could be a couple of homies, whatever, a kickback. Aries just look like they about to beat somebody up. They thinking about something that pissed them off the other day. They think about some shit they want to accomplish or manifest after. Look like they be focusing when they really chilling, but that's their demeanor sometimes. It just look like they always plotting on some shit. That be like that Mars energy. Y'all gotta understand, Mars is when y'all, you know, the more you're able to give examples to the planets, just like we are as people. You know, we're walking manifestations of signs the same way we could do it to the planets to help you understand their real temperament. So when you look at Mars, like, y'all gotta look at Mars as like Mars is really that. You know, when they try to paint that street person in a movie or a show in a series that's like super cold-hearted, they can't trust nobody, they always want to do things on their own. You know, they always in the streets, they got that girlfriend that wants them to open up, they mad cold to the girlfriend, mad emotionally unreserved, just focus on their bread or focus on the shit they got to accomplish on the streets or the meeting with the plug tomorrow. That's Mars all the way. That's Mars all the way. It's real intentional on his personal motives and goals. So you'll pick up that energy on Aries. So look at that influence from Aries season into the character of Aries. Now, when you get into summertime, you know, it's hot as a motherfucker. When we get into Cancer season, we already 3 months in after the spring season. Now, when we get into the summer solstice, the sun be kicking our ass in Cancer season. You feel me? We just went from spring season, like, okay, let me go taste a little bit of the sun. You feel me? Let me get a little bit of air And then we jump into Cancer season, and then now we doing the same shit we was doing in Capricorn season, but in an opposite way. So what I said about Capricorn season, I said Capricorn season is so cold we get detached. It's so cold we don't want to participate in things, just like our Capricorn could be real, non-responsive and reserved and not want to participate in shit if they don't see purpose in it or whatnot. So now we do the same shit in Cancer season. It be too hot to do certain things sometimes. It be certain events, you be like, is outside? Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm going to have to pass, bro. I'm good. That shit outside? Yeah, I need some AC under this mug. It's going to have to be an emergency to drag a brother out this AC. You feel me, homie? It's going Somebody gonna have to call me, tell me they got shot to drag me out this motherfucker. And I still might not go to the ER. Because they call me, so I know they good. So I still might not have to go to the motherfucker. You feel me? It's fucking. But yeah, it be certain days, and then I'm from New York, so summertime in New York is just a frenzy. It's like every day. It don't matter if it's summertime in New York. It don't matter if it's Tuesday or Saturday. Niggas is waking up like, oh, it's good. Where is that? Where is that? Or niggas having a cookout here, or niggas are having lituation over here, niggas having this that over here, niggas doing that over there. Like, so, listen, once it get into Cancer season, it be certain days, it's like, I'm good, I'm chilling in the AC today. If anybody want to see me, they coming to the crib, or I'm going to your crib. And your crib needs to have motherfucking AC in that bitch. Now, look at the temperament of a Cancer. It's so intense that you can't not feel it. You feel me? A Cancer archetype is that intense. You feel me? When we look at how crazy the temperament could get with the sun in the summer solstice, when you look at Cancer, their ability to create and initiate a vibe based on how they feel, how they see some shit, how they think about some shit. You can't disregard or not consider their energy that they throwing at a situation, or what they trying to influence you or persuade you to do or some shit. And Cancer energy be that powerful, you feel me? And then there's water. It's the cardinal water sign. So cardinal signs, what they like to do, like once again, they like to initiate, they like to usher things in. That's why if you got a lot of cardinal energies, if you got a lot of Libra, Capricorn, Aries, and Cancer energies, you may always you may have a high sense of inspiration, a high sense of like motivation, always feeling like you can accomplish something, start something, do something, complete something. But you might put that energy into mad different things, or may not be able to understand the tools or just the significance of duration and working over time. Okay? But to start some shit, but to look in the mirror and feel capable about creating something and accomplishing it, yeah, cardinal sign, they got that down pat. You feel me? So yeah, that Cancer, that Cancer temperament in relation to the summertime, it's just crazy thinking about that shit like that. Like Capricorn season is too cold to come outside, and then on the same axis, the opposite sign, motherfucking Cancer season, it's too hot to come outside. It's too hot to come outside. But I don't Cancer rising, but I don't ever finish what I start. Yeah, certain cardinal signs could be really good for that. If anybody's coming close to completing things quicker with the cardinal sign, I would actually have to say it's Aries and Capricorn. Cancer might be too much in a comfort zone once they get past stage 1. Libra procrastinates. Aries don't like holding on to things for too long. So Aries might really spark a lot of things, but they don't like holding on to a lot of responsibility. They don't like people, energies, and burdens on their shoulders. They need to deal with the shit. You feel me? So like Aries to get that shit done. So it's really not all cardinal signs that be on that shit as far as like, taking a while to complete something, because Aries will finish some shit. Aries will finish some shit. You feel me? So, and then boom. And then lastly, Libras. When we get into fall season, Libras start the fall season. So when you get into fall season, how's the weather in fall season? You don't know if it's going to be a little hot. You don't know if it's going to be a little cold. You You don't know if you're gonna need a hoodie. You don't know if you're gonna need a long sleeve. You go with just a long sleeve shirt. You don't really know. You got to step outside. You feel me? Get a little shimmy in the outside. You feel me? Get a little shimmy in the atmosphere. Like, I bet. Yeah, I throw a hoodie on today. Throw a little flight jacket on. AKA Libra temperament. Sometimes you don't know what you're gonna get with the mother. They a box of chocolate. You don't know. You never know what you're gonna get. Feel me? A little nippy today. A little cold today. Like, damn, this Libra was a little cold today. They was extra logical and like trying to prove every point for everything and be the judge of every situation. Like they had the higher knowledge of everything today. They wasn't really caring or considering today. And then today they was mad affectionate. They was mad compromising and understanding and letting other people know they're making great points about things or whatnot. So yeah, Libra, that same wishy-washy temperament we get in September, where it's like, damn, today was a little cold. Or like, damn, today was a little hot. That's that Libra shit right there. There you go. That's Libra right there. Sometimes you don't know which temperament you're going to get. You feel me? And the thing about Libra energies, Libra suns and moons and risings, but you know, preferably the suns, because everything be so logical for them, when they dealing with heavy emotion, they go to extreme. They don't know how to deal with this shit. So a Libra that deals with a lot of emotion, a lot of times they really trying to rationalize and you know, talk themselves around not feeling that shit. And when it gets to a situation where that energy pins up a little bit too much, the way a Libra communicates certain things could be so passive aggressive. They could put the blame on other people. You feel me? And that's how you know a Libra don't know how to deal with the emotion that they got right now. Like, you feel me? They don't know how to deal with it. It's like, damn, this ain't something I could just think myself out of. This ain't just something I could talk myself out of. Like, I gotta really digest these emotions. So that's how you know a Libra don't really know how to deal with their emotion. When they start doing that shit, they start projecting on other people, being passive aggressive, trying to justify things to other people, thinking they could communicate how to justify something. Then you know. You like, okay, just go in the corner, listen to your music or some shit. Go talk to one of your friends. Go blow some steam on right now. Cause you don't know how to deal with your goddamn emotions. Everything to you think you could just think yourself out of everything. You think you could just talk to yourself like you not that wrong for shit. You could apologize to me or whatnot, you know, with a soft temperament, but you ain't really, you know, having that talk with yourself. So yeah, energies be funny like that, man. Energies be funny like that. So I wanted this picture to be a little bit more smaller. Matter of fact, hold on, y'all. Give me one. Okay. Let me see if this looks better. Okay, that's a bit better there. All right, y'all. Winter solstice is around the corner. Lord, I got Libra moon square my Cancer Mars, and it feels like that. Oh, yeah. Yep. Libra squaring planets in Cancer has to learn how to process their emotions without trying to give themselves logic to justify not understanding how they feel about something. And then because it's air and deals with talking, when you got them energies from Libra hitting Cancer at times, it's like the way you communicate things when you hot, when you mad. You know, if you got Mars in your chart hitting a planet in the air sign, especially if it's a square, oh yeah. You got a spicy tongue. You feel me? Your words could really pierce some souls here and there, with Mars making contact with a moon in air. You know, especially Mars in Cancer. You know, Mars in Cancer play out such extremes too. I like to say Mars energy plays out extremes pretty much. Like Aries and Scorpio, they play out extreme energies with the way that they express themselves. You feel me? My brother M Hill Sounds in the building. Your family was good, bro. I hope all is well with your new teaching endeavors and everything, man. So y'all make sure y'all tap into my brother. So when we look at Mars temperaments, you know, Aries and Scorpio is like an extreme. So when we look at Mars in Cancer, Mars don't like to be in Cancer, you know. So when I see Mars in Cancer, a lot of the time, you know, Cancer dealing with things that's connected to the home and the heart chakra, the things that you're really emotionally invested in. A lot of the time, Mars and Cancer individuals could be on that shift of going super hard for family members or loved ones, you know, super devoted to family, to the home environment and loved ones. You know, these individuals, a lot of some, from what I be seeing, some Mars and Cancer individuals don't even know that they that sacrificial. Like sometimes people sacrifice things for others, and they don't, and they know that the person or family member they doing it for probably doesn't realize it, or probably doesn't appreciate it and appreciate it later. Sometimes you make sacrifices for your children, and you know they don't really realize it now because they're young, but when they get older, they're gonna realize what you're doing. You know, Mars and Cancer individuals don't even be knowing that. Because they just passionate in dealing with the Cancer energy. You feel me? Like the Ron LW just said, my sister is a Cancer Mars. She don't play about me. Nah, Mars and Cancer, no. And it's funny because you probably have an extreme relationship with your sister. Y'all might be hot and cold. You know, Mars and Cancer people, like they'll not play about the home and family environment, but they might be hot and cold with their damn family members themselves sometimes. You feel me? So, but yeah, so like, yeah, that's just what that air energy hitting there. But look, guys, as you can see, these are the current energies we dealing with, all right? And if y'all look at Capricorn, you know, that sun is about to enter there tomorrow. We got Mercury, Pluto, and Venus in there. This is a major influence in our charts right now. I know a lot of us, you know, I try my best every time I get on live or do whatever. I try my best to like channel my language in a way where somebody that's new to this can understand, and somebody that's, you know, been into astrology or whatever could, you know, vibe still. So I always, you know, a constant, frequent question. That's why, you know, I'm working on a certain ebook and certain things right now, you know, and that's another reason why I kind of been behind the scenes, just trying to really put things together, certain projects and things, and I want to usher into 2022. But, you know, a lot of times people say, I don't have this sign in my chart. I don't have this sign in my chart. I may be going through a reading for a planet transit in a house, and somebody like, damn, bro, I don't have Capricorn in my chart or whatever. You might not have placements in Capricorn, but you got Capricorn somewhere in your chart. So, you know, looking at this display, we see all the signs in here, all right? All 12 signs. So just like how we have all 12 constellations in the solar system, you are still composed of all 12 of these constellations, okay? It's just that the day you was born, there's going to be some constellations that don't have no placements. All right. And that starts to indicate spiritually, you know, what energies you kind of brought here, what you was experiencing spiritually, what gifts you brought, you know, what things you here to look at, what things you here to learn, depending on how many planets you got active in certain houses, in certain spaces, in certain signs. So as of right now, family, when we look at that, when we look at our charts, we have to look at that Capricorn house right now. Not only because it's Capricorn season and the sun is entering there tomorrow, but guys, we got Venus and Venus retrograde with that Pluto in there and Mercury in there. So before the sun got in here, we've already been dealing with a lot of active energies in this house. All right. Whether you got Capricorn in the first house, you're a Capricorn rising, whether you're a Capricorn midheaven in the 10th house, whether you got Capricorn in the 8th house, Capricorn in the 6th house, this house has been very active in the past month. All right? Month and a half. Really. You know, Venus been in Capricorn since what? Close to about a month and a half now, and now it's retrograde, so her stay is going to be extended this time around. So look, when we deal with Venus and Capricorn, we're all receiving the influence of what Venus and Capricorn brings, right? We're all under the influences. Obviously, we all have different energies, so we're going to pick up these influences differently. But the house you have Capricorn in is the area where these influences is active at. Now, you got to understand, before planets was in Capricorn, even though Pluto been in Capricorn for about 2 years, 2.5 years now or something like that. I think Pluto been in Capricorn a bit longer than that, actually. Might be tripping on that. But when we look at all these planets in Capricorn, even though you may not in your natal chart have planets in Capricorn, a lot of people in this chat most likely do, because a lot of you guys was, you know, a part of the Neptune and Uranus, or at least one the Neptune in Capricorn generation, if you was born at least like from late 1980s or something, or early or mid 1980s or whatnot. So when we look at the house you have Capricorn in, that area in this experience is going through a lot of Capricorn things. When we look at the themes of Capricorn, we have Saturn here. Saturn is an influence in that house. So what is Saturn doing there? Saturn is always restricting things in there. Saturn is always making you work with patience in that house. Saturn is harsh there. Saturn is harsh. All right? Saturn rules reality. This is why life is hard. This is why life is motherfucking hard. Okay? This is why life is about putting time into things and having to build things, build your life up, build your relationships, build your career. Yes, we build in here. This is how it works with time being a factor in this realm. So when we look at, Saturn can be mean, but Saturn is efficient. Saturn is mean. Saturn could be a bit grumpy, but it's efficient. It get the job done. Get the job done. All right. If you ever see a Capricorn or Aquarius that don't play no games, they're disciplined towards their personal goals. Being around a Capricorn and Aquarius that don't play around with they shit will have you look in the mirror and be like, damn, I be playing with my life. I'll be working towards shit. I don't be putting time into shit. This motherfucker owns 6 businesses. This motherfucker passing trust funds to their kids and shit. What the fuck am I doing? I ain't shit. You feel me? A real Capricorn, a real Cap boss, a real Aqua boss will have you look at yourself in the mirror. It's like, damn, does everybody got these boss qualities? Is this dormant in me? Or they just, they just got that extra pep in their step? That's Saturn, And we all got a Saturn. So we all have a level of efficiency to work with to access when it comes to building our reality, building stability. But the house that you have Capricorn in and the house that you have Saturn in your chart, understand this area gonna be harsh in this lifetime. You're gonna go through some hard things in this area. It's here to build you up though. It's here to build you up. Sometimes Saturn gotta break your ass down to build you up though. It's a bulldozer. Okay? Sometimes it gotta break you down to build you up. Sometimes Saturn spent 2 months building something and it realized it ain't built the foundation, the platform of the building right. So it's not about to keep building shit for that shit to be more bread to spend to fix the building 3 years later because we ain't build this shit right. I'd rather take time and be more practical about time and resources and break this motherfucker down now. I don't care who it hurts. I don't care who losing a job because of that right now. That's the most realistic thing to do. All right? So let's break this down so we could build it up. This is what you're influenced to do in the house that you have Capricorn in. This is what we're doing in our 10th house. This is what we're doing in our 10th house, regardless of what sign is your midheaven. If you're Aries midheaven, you're constantly breaking down and building personal aspirations, personal goals, things that truly motivate you and fuel you, and constantly learning how to break down and build things, for endeavors that you deem as very individual, things that you may be into and nobody else is into. Wherever Aries that you're gonna have individuality there, With Cancer in the midheaven, you're always breaking down, building and breaking down your emotional temperament towards what you want to do for a career, towards your social status and what you're known for. You may be breaking and building down a lot of things dealing with your creativity in career, all right? Or how you feel about where you at in career. Having to construct your, your emotional setup dealing with career a lot of the times. You got Gemini in the 10th house. You're going to be building and breaking down relationships in career. You're going to be having to learn how to communicate, interact with people, use communication to sell things, network, learn who to collab with, understand how to connect to an audience, learn to be flexible in the career that you work with. Like if you got Gemini in the 10th house, whatever you do in career, you can't You're gonna learn. You're gonna have to learn. You're gonna manifest a situation where you can't just stay to your audience or your like. If you got Gemini in the 10th house, you can end up being a motherfucking what? It don't matter what your profession is. You're gonna have to expand and deal with multiple energies there. You feel me? You got to deal with multiple energies. This is nobody's chart, Keely. This is just the these are the current energies right now. So Gemini in the 10th house may manifest a situation in career where it's like every day they might be dealing with different people or different clients or different faces or different places, or they move around a lot and they have to learn how to adjust to that. Gemini brings a lot of movement wherever it's at in the chart. That Gemini Sagittarius axis brings a lot of movement. You got Gemini dealing with local movement. It got the duality, the twins. The twins is always interacting, mingling. It's air. Air deals with messages connecting. So wherever you got Gemini at in the chart, things go a little fast there. Real fast there. Sagittarius too. Sagittarius rules long distance travel. So wherever you got Sagittarius at, you may, in that area, you travel there mentally a lot too. You travel there in a philosophical point of view. You spiritually travel in that house, always trying to, travel back to past experiences to digest lessons in that house and get the understanding of things in that house. Or you may actually end up moving around in that house a lot as wherever you got Sagittarius at. So yeah, wherever you go, whatever sign you got in that midheaven, you're gonna have to build there, because that's the 10th house. That's the house that developed the Capricorn constellation. Okay, that's another thing we always got to keep in mind, guys. The houses, you'll get a grasp on the zodiac quicker if you kind of get up off the signs for a little bit and get to the houses. If you understand the areas that these houses dictate, the themes of these houses, the houses' relationships with each other, the functions of the houses, the effects of having a lot of planets in this house, how it could, what a lot of, what are the influences of the house being very active. You start understanding the houses like that, knowing what planets like to be in the house and don't like to be in that house. Then you start looking at the zodiac archetypes like nothing, it's like nothing. If you truly grasp that the first house is dealing with, your personal outlook, everything in your personal life. Mars is home there. So this house is dealing with, high inspiration and passion and motivation. This is the first house, is that, once again, is Aries home, is the head. So it's dealing with the spark. It's dealing with as we call this house, the I am. It's giving life. So this is your personal essence here. We know it's about you. The first house is about you and nobody else. We got other houses in the zodiac to deal with other people. You got a 4th house to deal with your family. You got a 7th house to deal with your one-on-one, your partners, your intimate relationships. You got a 11th house to deal with your associates. You got a 3rd house to deal with your friends, your siblings, your relatives. You got a 6th house and 10th house to deal with your goddamn co-workers. But when we get into the first house, guys, y'all got to understand, that's Yah. That's you right there. That essence is you. The sign and planets in that house, that's your personal outlook. So that's what we taking into the world, into the rest of these houses, to understand how to connect it with everything else. So it's like, when we look at ultimately where we have these Capricorn Saturn influences, this is where shit gonna be dry, cold, and we're gonna have to build, learn to deal with reality, responsibilities in this house. We may deal with some restrictions in this house. Shout out to all my Cap Risings in the building. You feel me? Cap Rising gang. We know about some motherfucking restrictions. Our whole life is a restriction. Our whole life we used to hear and know. You're a Capricorn Aquarius rising, your whole life you used to hear and know. You used to kind of saying to your friends, I can't go. You kind of used to that shit. That shit start building up some tough skin. Shit start happening to you in your life. Your friends start looking at you and shit like, damn, you alright? You like, nigga, I'm good. I be alright. Niggas get shot every day, B. I'm like, damn, you 16 years old. Why you so hard? Pause. Why your skin so tough? You 15. Like, you don't know what I've been through, man, in these 15 years, man. I'm a Cap Rising, man. Got that Saturn influence in my first house, pimping. These first 15 years been a motherfucker. I'm only halfway to my Saturn return. This is another 15 years to my Saturn return. It feel like Saturn return time now. Motherfucker 16. I'm getting ready to go to a sweet 16 party. And I'm dealing with all bunch of life crisis issues. It's my girlfriend's sweet 16 today. And I had to motherfucking go pick up my I go pick up my siblings. I had to go pay my mom bills. I had to go drop my pops off at work. I had to finish this extra homework assignment, and if I ain't finished that shit, I was gonna go to summer school. Then I had to be on time to my girlfriend's sweet 16. Motherfucker, 16 years old, going through trials of life. So yeah, that Saturn energy is harsh. That's what it's gonna bring. You got Saturn, you got Capricorn, your Capricorn Aquarius rising, your Capricorn sun, Capricorn moons. They the ones that could really. The moons is the ones that could really. And I'm not just saying this because I'm Capricorn moon. This is why I actually like to joke on this shit. This is why I actually like to joke on Capricorn energy, because that's our coping mechanism out this motherfucker. Like, we got to joke about this shit. We got to joke about depression. We got to joke about dealing with restrictions and always having to take motherfucking 3 steps back after 2 steps forward. It's like that. That's just our humor. A lot of Capricorns, if you realize what, I think Richard Pryor got some Capricorn energy. What other comedian? There's another comedian in my head, guys. Is Capricorn influences. Hold up, y'all. Okay, Mike Epps is a Scorpio. I thought Mike Epps was a Cap. I thought he was a Cap. Who's a Cap? That's a comedian. I'm tripping right now. It's somebody else, but I know Richard Pryor got some Cap energy. I don't know if he's a Cap sun or Cap moon. When you look at them Capricorn energy, them niggas jokes. Them niggas do a 2-hour comedy special on just cracking up on how hard their life is, how much responsibilities they dealing with and shit. You feel me? So yeah, this is all just the energy and temperament we getting ready to jump into right now in the winter solstice, guys. You know, we got to deal with reality. We got to face the fire. We got to be more responsible. We gotta shift our energies to see what we about to be putting time into this season before Aries season. All right? Every season could be your season. Every day could be a great day. But when we looking at, let's keep it a stack. Y'all. Let's just be honest here. When spring season starts, a lot of the time, when we get into spring season, we either want to travel, we want to do new things, we want to experience new things, we want to move around, we want to make sure, our body look as good as possible, we want to make sure we got money in our pockets, we don't want no restrictions dealing with anything and we don't want our friends to call us about an event or something, we can't go, we can't do that, we don't want to do that in the spring. Aries don't be liking dealing with restrictions, that'll make an Aries flip, having to deal with so much damn rules, laws, and authorities and restrictions. So we don't want to deal with that shit in Aries season. So the winter season is like, all right, if y'all don't want to deal with that, if you don't want to feel behind, how about you not complain about Saturn? How about you not complain about responsibility? How about you not complain about having to put time into something and actually embrace it? Embrace Saturn, Embrace staying down for some shit, Embrace keeping certain goals or something that you want to maintain throughout the winter solstice, From small to big things. So yeah, Saturn's always going to influence that around this time. Now, with these influences with Capricorn through the houses, if you got Capricorn, just a brief rundown real quick of, what's going on in these houses. Capricorn in the first house, okay? So you had Venus and going retrograde in the first house. You got Mercury in here. So right now, you may have been you're in a state of really overthinking and reevaluating things in your personal life right now, Capricorn rising. I understand. You at the point of your life right now where it comes into, you're putting a lot of people, places, and things in your personal life that you're giving time into, and you feel like you have to make extreme decisions on what you about to give time and what you not about to give time in your personal life. You feel like you need to make sure things is in order here, okay? Mercury has brought a high level of critique to your house, to the first house. So you've been ripping yourself to shreds too. So it's like you look in the mirror and you just looking at yourself like, look at you. You ain't doing this, you ain't doing that, this, that, and the third, this, that, and you picking yourself apart right now to build yourself up in a positive way, you know. And that's something. I'm a Cap rising myself, so Capricorn rising, y'all know how we do. Y'all know how we do when we, if people heard the way we build ourselves up, they be like, this motherfucker crazy. We be down talking the shit out of ourselves to pick ourselves up. It's just a Saturn thing. It's like when your grandparents is just disappointed in your grades or something and they just putting you down. It's like, you so much better than this. This, that, and the third. This, you come in here with C minuses. How the hell you failed gym? God damn, boy. Like, you bright, but sometimes your head just hard, boy. Like, you feel me? This that type of energy. That's how we be talking to ourselves when you got extra Cap energy. But for Capricorn risings, because they got that Mercury transit in the first house, that's how they looking at themselves right now, Cap rising. So you really, the fuck Vea said exposed. Capricorn risings pretty much, I want to say exposed, but you know, Mercury just brings, it just pinpoints things as far as detail wherever it's transiting. In the first house, it gets very, very on point with the things that it sees as far as what needs to be fixed or worked on, you know, personally. You know, you may not, and when it comes to personal, with Mercury transit Capricorn in the first house right now, Capricorns, you may have a real detached form of communicating, period. Everybody will have that type of influence, period, with Mercury, and Capricorn by default, because it's a Saturn influence. But when it changes in the first house, you may feel like you don't want to communicate a lot of your personal shit right now. You just want to get to work. You just want to be in the zone right now. All right. Now you got Venus and Pluto going transit in that first house. So right now, the past month and a half with Venus transiting your first house, your love affairs, the things that you're personally connected to, you've been having to, you know, look at that and see, is this something that I want to continue to love, pour into, connect to in my personal life right now? With Venus transiting your first house this past month and a half, Capricorn rises, you've been looking at all the things in your personal life that you haven't been valuing, that you need to value. So now that Venus is going retrograde, you know, it's more of an emphasis on you getting this time to revise and reset, you know, putting some love, putting some time into certain personal goals and aspirations right now. You know, once again, Venus in that first house is like a self-esteem, a little self-esteem boost, but it's retrograde. So like I was saying in my post earlier, it don't matter, guys, if it don't matter what the planet is. It don't matter if it's Mercury retrograde, Venus retrograde, Mars retrograde, whatever house that retrograde planet is transiting, it's going to bring old shit back. You know, you get more in depth with the influences depending on the planets, but besides that, it's gonna bring things back. Sassy Pants, Wednesday's our day, my birthday. Happy early solar return. All right. Shout out to all my kids apps. So, yeah. That's what you got going on with the retrograde planets transiting house. They're going to bring old things back. They're going to revise things. They're going to bring old issues back. So right now, first house Capricorn risings, you know, universe will be testing y'all during Venus retrograde to let you, to remind you if you want to continue connecting and loving and putting time and nurture into a situation in your personal life, you feel me, that you already acknowledge might not be that healthy for you. Like, you're going to get the test. You're going to get the trial run to see if you're wise enough to know, like, no, I remember why I don't want to keep connecting to this, and I have to reevaluate my value system in my personal life. All right. Venus going retrograde in the first house. There's a lot of personal habits you have right now, Cap rising, that you got to learn to reevaluate right now. So now with the sun coming in here, the sun love to be in the first house. It's about to give you all the vitality that you already had vitality to get shit done, because you're a spirit in a body, and that's just what we do when we channel that motherfucking energy. But now with the sun going to the first house, it's here to give you a whole spark on how you get to see things in your personal life, but how you get to have the clarity to take action on it. So you don't want to bullshit with that sun transit in the first house right now, Cat rising. You feel me? Your natural gift is already understanding how to personally structure things. When it comes to personally structuring things in your life, it can be overwhelming. But when it comes to people you're around, you be seeing how you could just easily help them personally structure things and put things together. And the more you be doing that, the more you start looking at yourself like, damn, why the fuck I don't be doing this for myself? or why I don't be doing it at a certain, why I don't be maxing out on my potential on how to build in this first house in my personal life. Okay? So that sun is about to give you that awareness, give you a wider lens on what type of action you could take, what type of solutions you could bring when it comes to dealing with Venus retrograde things coming back into play. And one thing about Venus retrograde in Capricorn, y'all, when we deal with retrograde energies, embrace them. So much growth in embracing old things coming back. If they came back, if a old whatever came back, situation, friend, it came back for a reason. There's something to gain from it. Not to say you have to get back with the individual or you have to continue to maintain conversation with the individual, but universe sent that situation back for a reason. Be in tune, all right? Trust your intuition to pick up what is it that you are to learn or gain, fix or revise about that, X situation. And we come out this Venus in retrograde with a whole new awareness, a whole new wisdom on how we deal, with our value system, with our self-esteem, with X relationships, with love affairs, and all of that, all right? So that's what we got going on. Sun transit in the first house, Capricorn risings. All right, Sun loves to be here, so it's a time to be real personally active right now, okay? And capitalize off all the things Mercury's picking up in your personal life and all the things Venus in retrograde and Pluto is trying to transform, all the personal bad habits they're trying to change up for you right now. Sun entering the second house, Capricorn in the second house. Right now, with Mercury and Venus in there, you've been picking up a lot of new ideas and solutions on how you could work on things when it comes to career, building stability. You've been Mercury make you overthink. Where the fuck is that? Wherever the fuck Mercury at, make you overthink. So yes, you've been analyzing and critiquing, but also overthinking when it comes to how you want to use one of your gifts right now, how you want to use one of your talents, how you want to transition career right now, how you want to do something new to stabilize yourself. Mercury's seeing all different new ways how to fix, revise, and work on things here. But with Venus going retrograde here, some of y'all, a lot of Capricorns in the second house. What is this? This is my Sagittarius risings. A lot of y'all may be in a situation where you're reevaluating how much, you care about something that you're working on, a certain creative project you have, because Venus in retrograde is bringing a sense of, Venus loves to be in this house because it gives love and support and it helps you to appreciate what is it you feel like you have to build. But right now it's at a crossroads. Like, okay, I know I want to YouTube, but I also want to build this up. Should I just hold on to this, keep building this for a little bit, or should I just dead this and give life to this? Because that's really where my heart is at right now. This is what I feel like I should be doing. A lot of y'all dealing with that right now with Venus going retrograde. Embrace this time right now to see, where your intuition, where your emotion is going to stay. Whether your feelings is temporary right now. But Venus in retrograde is helping you to revise, if you want to be in that position in career. If this talent or gift is something you want to continue to pursue to use, And when Venus transit in the second house hitting Pluto, yes, y'all have definitely been dealing with situations with universe trying to get y'all to cut off bad habits, negative things that y'all connected to or whatnot. You feel me? Universe definitely been on that tip. I'm going to come right back on.